That Mexican brown shit from him.
Hey, that weed's scary nowadays.
He went and bought some in New Orleans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did buy some Reggie in New Orleans.
No.
Hey man, it's Pops on Radio. I just got back from New Orleans. It's episode 90. Shout out to everybody in New Orleans, Louisiana, all y'all beautiful people and the beautiful scene y'all got going on and everything. I had a wonderful time. Happy 420. Happy Easter. You know what I mean? It was a wonderful time. But we back once again with another wonderful episode. And my guest is actually my guy that I was out in New Orleans with. He's a return guest and things like that. I got another return guest who helping me co-host the show. So I'm going to say what's up to my man Tweezy real quick.
What's up with you, man? What's up, Pod Son? I see you went back to the land, what I like to call the motherland here in the United States, Louisiana. How'd you enjoy it, man?
Man, I had a wonderful time, man. The woman was beautiful. The food was wonderful. The weather was actually wonderful, man.
Really?
The lake was cracking for like a whole mile.
Yeah.
Hey, the lake was lit for a whole mile. I had some, what they call beignets.
Yeah.
And I got a little bit on my black tea, but man, I had a wonderful fucking time. I can't wait to go back. What you been up to, Tweezy?
Man, I just been out here grinding, man. I've been doing a lot of different things. I've been actually working with a couple artists and a couple labels out of Louisiana that are kind of starting up, but I don't want to just say it's Louisiana, but doing that. And of course, helping with me and P still doing what we're doing with No Limit. So
yeah.
It's keeping me pretty busy, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, you got deep New Orleans ties. And then my man, Kapo Bravado, what's going on? How you been since you last been on, man?
Man, you know what the fuck we was on. You was there with me. You already know. I've been trying to be the best rapper to do it. That's all I ever do.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. And how is going back home for you each time you go?
It's always love. It's always love. I always disrespect my diet. Come back 10 pounds heavier. But it's always appropriate, and it'll be uncivilized for me to not tap in home. So it's always love being back home.
Yeah.
Especially we was rocking with Currency. So shout out to the Jet Life. I appreciate them.
Shy moment.
Yeah. That's my first time getting booked on an out of town tab. That's my first time getting treated like a artist. Like it was following us. Like that was crazy.
Especially at home, man.
Yeah, like the fact like they had the green room ready for us. We chilling around other people
Blue.
Yeah, they had us chilling in the green room. They taking care of us, and I'm thinking like they about to do us dirty and treat us like the bottom, but they treated me like royalty. So I'm so thankful to Currency and the whole Jet Life team.
Yep,
I had a good time.
Probably a testament to your work too, man. Your work ethic, bro.
Oh yeah, that it was relieving because as an artist, the only reason you drop is to be told you're doing good at it.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was relieving to even experience that on that type of level.
Yeah. Shout out to House of Blues. The whole fucking show was cracking. You know what I mean? The whole show was cracking. The whole thing was lively. And just to even do the shit at the House of Blues, man, goddamn, you know what I mean? To me, that's...
What was your opinion about the support of events like stuff like that in comparison to how it's done here?
It was crazy because there was people outside. I think the event was like $25. Mm-hmm. There was people outside selling tickets for like $75. And some people might not even fuck with Currency, but they just wanted to be doing something with their people. Where a hometown dude was at. Oh, it was demand out that motherfucker. Niggas was coming back and forth to Kapo like, yo, you got more tickets, man? You got more tickets? I bring that bread back. And when niggas like that, niggas eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is eating. So, nah, man, the shit was wonderful, man. So, shout out to New Orleans, man. But we are back home in our motherland of Phoenix, Arizona. You know what I mean? Very beautiful place, very beautiful state. That's where my man Tweezy from Tempe, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Tempe.
Yeah, definitely.
He molded by Baton Rouge, but he actually born and bred Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of from both places because, my parents migrated here to go to school at ASU and all that stuff to kind of get their masters and stuff. But I grew up here, but at the same time, every summer of my life was spent from age 6 all the way. I was shipped off to my grandparents, and I was there, and I would be sometimes in New Orleans because my people grew up. I have like cousins and aunties down there, but then also my dad's side of the family was in West Louisiana, so it was like a whole big split.
Yeah,
for me growing up, but I still claim this. This is my home. Yeah. I got love for it, and then especially where the music business is concerned, I definitely want to see someone from this area or people living here
Mm-hmm.
make it. So it's the same with me in music. You know? I love for Louisiana. That's where they brought me up. They taught me the game and embraced me. And then, you know, as to say here, it's almost like, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. It's reminiscent of Louisiana, like in the early '90s, as far as the independent scene and how it's growing. Don't get me wrong, there's a couple people going, but it's a much richer scene there, and I'm very grateful to have been a part of it because I can kind of see what needs to happen here. It might sound cocky, but I've been through this before. And I've seen exactly what's happening, bro. And so, you know, Arizona has a lot of talent. We got a lot of people like Kapo who moved here, who also are contributing to this whole sound and structure of Arizona. But
I was excited to hook y'all up.
Actually. Well, you know what? It's funny. It's like you called me about this, and I was telling you,
we had a good talk.
I don't want to be phony at all. I remember when you first hit me in DM, and you're like, you were telling me about something. I was like, well, wait a minute. I said, okay. And
I just had to let them know I'm a real New Orleans nigga.
You definitely came at me in a real way. But no, I've never had no bad blood for you, bro. Just know that. It's never been that. We just never met, and everything that
you like this nigga. It's been crazy.
No, I never get offended by stuff like that.
I never felt that any type of negative vibe. I said I just wanted to talk with you, find out what kind of vibe you were on musically, and what you kind of see and where you're headed. But you know, of course, I'm going to definitely have a special type of favoritism towards people who are from where I really come from too. So it's nothing but love. I'm not just saying that because I'm here. I mean, before you leave, you take my number, you call me anytime. Man.
All right. It's been
anything I can do to help you, bro.
Yeah.
He spoke so well.
And he does do that. He be real with that.
I appreciate.
I can do to help you. I'm here, bro.
I knew we was gonna link. Like I wasn't like I didn't take no offense or anything.
No, I just wanted to talk.
When people don't respond to me, I'll be like, they don't know you. Go put yourself in front of their face some other way.
Right.
Like, and you know, by the grace of God, I know this man, and he threw me right back in your face. So like you know, I was never.
I see him in New Orleans. I said, wait a minute, what's going on? At your social media, I'm looking at Instagram. I'm like, wait a minute, so who got it down there like that? And you called me.
Real man took care of me, man. But like I said, real quick, I want to touch on this because, like I said, we back in Arizona, and Kapo actually is fucking with us. He's an Arizona resident now. But
I love it.
I stirred up some controversy this morning. Well, I don't know if I put this out tomorrow morning, but I'll say yesterday. I was just talking about being black in Arizona and how it's a disadvantage for entertainers, media people, motherfucking, it don't matter, model. You can be anything you do that's black, like in the entertainment industry in Arizona, it's a disadvantage. And I feel like some people took it wrong, so I kind of wanted to clear it up and kind of get y'all opinions on it too. So I guess
exactly what you say. I mean, so I could just
I'll read the shit off to you. I'll read exactly what I said to you, and then I'll kind of break down what I meant by it and shit like that, and then get y'all feeling on it and things like that. But I had motherfuckers going crazy. I got a bunch of phone calls, DMs.
I seen you on a couple stories today. Pissing people off.
Man. Told me a long time ago, a hit dog will holler.
Yeah, you know, hey, but man, that's what's funny, man. I'll be like, y'all gotta calm down because I'll be ready to give some of these niggas smoke. I'll be like,
don't do it, Pete.
I know. Yeah,
don't do it, Pete.
Not literal smoke, but I mean like just like I'm about to flame your ass up. But all right. But I said I'm about to start a petition. My real niggas know what's good. The worst thing you can be from Arizona hip hop and entertainment scene is black, and I mean that. That's sad because this is our culture, and I mean that it's made for Latinos and East Valley whites, and I kind of probably said that wrongly. You know what I mean? I feel like I pissed some of my Latin homies off, and I apologize if I said that wrongly. And East Valley whites to thrive, and they'll literally keep niggas out of a circle that really belongs to us. And if niggas do make some noise, they get no mention, and that's true too. Like somebody like Will Clay, who's an Olympian. And God makes quality music, can't even get a happy birthday shout out this motherfucker on the radio.
Wow.
Or, you know what I mean? From Arizona. Gold medalist or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how great your album is, how talented you are, how much noise you're making. They are not going to give you a platform here because they don't fuck with niggas. Besides some bullshit weekend slot to keep niggas out their hair. You know?
Damn. Wow.
You get it, man.
And I said, black people got to take the power back in AZ, create our own platforms, wave, not just mine. We need strength in numbers. band together and throw our own events and we decide who come in. Stop supporting the bullshit they don't want you at anyway. Let them party and act black without us and see how the scene dies.
Came directly at it.
Tell the brothers and sisters in other cities what's going on because we about to start a revolt. I don't care if we only 12% in Phoenix. We're not trying to take over salsa scene or ASU nights. But y'all forced us out of our circle and we've been here begging to be let back in, man. Fuck all that. Rise up. We about to plan, plot, strategize, and flip this bitch on his head. And I meant all of that, but I guess I kind of came kind of hard on that motherfucker, you know what I mean? But really, hey, really, it was more some shit like, this is our shit, you know what I'm saying? And y'all can't sit here and act like this ain't our culture. You know, y'all might have a stranglehold on it out here, and if y'all don't want to let us in, then we're gonna have to figure something else out. You know what I'm saying? So that's really all I was saying, is that this is our culture at the end of the day. Let's not get that shit twisted, and I feel like niggas get that shit twisted.
What's the frustration you feel?
I guess the frustration I feel is it's it's on a bunch of different layers. So the main thing, or not the main thing, you got.
Let's break it down. Like, I heard you say something about as an artist.
I talked about being an artist.
Let's start there. Like,
you can't get no love from no fucking platforms. Like we was talking about, they'll just throw you on the weekend shit just to keep niggas out their hair. They put niggas on Sunday night, whether it be the Beat Locker or motherfucking Ground Zero. And you know what I mean? Like, whatever the case. And they got dope ass shows, but like they deserve more shine. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of bullshit. And that's just the radio. Like, it's a disadvantage because you kind of got to be, you don't have to be Mexican or white, but that's who they're backing. You know what I'm saying? They're not champion Will Clay. They're not champion even a futuristic. They're not champion, anybody. Like Collins will get his rotation and things of that nature. But
you're talking about Sincerely Collins?
Yeah. Okay. But even that, like, they won't let him go get on at the beat. If he goes to the beat, then he's done at Power. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. You kind of limited his reach. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain shit that goes on with that versus but then you got the nightlife, you got Scottsdale. They don't even want niggas there. They don't even want niggas there. They got the dress code set so that niggas can't get in this motherfucker. What
do you mean by the dress code? Can you elaborate a little bit? I'm just wondering what
they got
suit type deal.
Yeah, really? And not that, and they'll tell some niggas you can't wear Timbs. You can't your shirt
basketball.
You can't wear a hat and shoes that match. Some bull. I've heard bullshit.
I would have a problem.
I had
they'll tell you take the hat off.
Oh wow! Oh wow! What if you ain't got a haircut like me?
Hey, I had a friend in Scottsdale. His name's Jamal Miles. He played for ASU, football player. Went to a club in Scottsdale with his white homeboy. He had on Jordans. His white homeboy had on Vans. They was like, oh, they was about to let the white homeboy in. They wouldn't let Jamal in. They said, we don't allow Jordans in here.
Wow.
So they walked around the corner and they was like, yo, we still trying to get in. They switched shoes. Jamal put on the Vans. Nick put on the Jordans. They both got in the club.
Wow, bro.
That's the most bullshit I've ever heard. Same shoes that bro had on.
Yeah. So you're saying that there's not a lot of support for artists.
There's just not a lot of love for black people in the hip hop scene.
Gotcha.
A scene that's out. You can't damn near, if you got a hip hop event out here, I guarantee it's being hosted by somebody who's not black. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now, I guess the question I'm going to ask, and I'm going to give you my opinion on it, but I guess just so I can make an educated statement, I guess my question is, do you think that's more about the promoter not booking a black person to host the event, or is it just?
Yeah, but to a degree, I would say. Yeah, probably that specific topic, probably to a degree. Yeah. And if the promoter is black, then,
But a lot of times I'm imagining they're having to satisfy the club owner or the venue owner.
Yeah, I think it's that. You know, I think it probably would be more that. But even them, like, I think it needs to be. It's like a boycott almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, and niggas got to create their own, but niggas don't want to step out and do that. You know what I'm saying? Create their own scene. It's enough of us actually out here to do that, and they will come.
What made you do a podcast? I mean, did you try to get on the radio before? Did you ever reach out?
No.
What made you decide to do?
I'm just into broadcast journalism, so this is more my passion type shit. Like, I like talking shit like this, but I'm more into like interviewing people, investigative journalism, shit like that. So I went hand in hand with the podcast. I really wasn't into radio shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still not really into it. I mean, I might, but I would have to have some sort of creative control. You know what I'm saying?
So you just something you wanted to do.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is something that I want to do. Yeah.
And I just real question on the other side, you being an artist, what was it? What's it been like for you trying to get play and support by some of the, DJs in the clubs to all the way to the radio station? Have you approached any of these people here?
Yeah, I approached them. I'm a man of respect, and I just know you gotta like it's way deeper than music when they come to like the beginning.
Right.
Like I go to V Live and I get a dude $50 and a drink. Like, hey, bro, I'm trying to see how y'all women dance to this. I want to know how the song gonna sound in here. Could you do that for me? And most of the time, I done been successful.
Gotcha.
Like sometimes.
What'd you do? You gave $50 and a drink.
Shout out V Live. That's one of the black-owned establishments.
Yeah, $50 and a drink. I did the same thing at Jags with the DJ Rick James dude. Like,
shouts out to Rick James. I love him, man.
Like I'm like, I see it a little differently because I've always prayed for the best but expected the worst.
Yeah.
Like some artists, I feel exactly where you're coming from, but some artists just be entitled.
Mm-hmm.
Some artists just be entitled. They be wanting stuff. Nigga does not know your name.
Yeah, 100%.
I do not know. Like, and I respect my situation. So I go to every situation thinking you probably about to get turned down.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't made enough noise yet, partner. Like you probably about to get turned down. So, but luckily, like when I hit up the strip clubs, that I work fine with the DJs. It was probably a little struggle to get to fuck with 98.3 probably.
Mm-hmm.
But soon as a friend of mine, circle my face back in front of them, they hit me. So like I ain't really had no struggle. I see other people go through it, but I don't really have them problems. Like
right.
I got people like you in my life, P.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I think it's a lot of traveling. And like I said, there's only a few people who really got it, and I think that you gotta have it, and you gotta make a hit, regardless of what color you is, regardless of whatever the fuck you're doing, regardless. You know what I'm saying? But out here, I'm saying you can do that other places. You can't even really do that out here. There's some niggas they ain't made bona fide hits, but like
how do you know if you got a hit?
You got it. I mean, the people let you know if you got a hit.
See, that's my point. See, a hit isn't a hit until it's heard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to get heard. Not don't get me wrong. My thoughts on the radio system game here in Arizona and in general in a lot of places is very, very difficult. It's a very difficult road to navigate. I mean, I come from a radio background and have programmed radio stations. I've actually done the hiring and firing of all the DJs and stuff you hear, and worked in a major market. Worked in a market bigger than this. Worked in Houston. So I understand what they're dealing with. I'm not trying to do that, but what I'll tell you is this. I think you touched a lot of real points. First of all, you have to understand what radio's job is. And radio is designed, it's a business off top. So they making money off of commercials being bought. How do they get commercials bought? Well, they need the music to lure people in to listen. And there's different formats. We already understand all that. But let's look at something. I'm going to give you my thoughts on a place like Power 98. So we're going to look at them. Well, obviously, when I look at what they're doing, and when I look at it, it's the music that they're playing and the people, the way they're presenting it. It's obvious that they're going after a listener who is between the ages of 18 to 34 and Latin. And I wouldn't be surprised that they're really looking at the Latin female. Yeah. Is who they're really trying to target. That's their main demo. But at the same time, they're also a beneficiary of the fact that they are pretty much the main hip hop outlet here. Now, and I only say that because they're the competitive station was at 101. One week they're playing hip hop, the next minute they're old school hip hop. When I say hip hop, I mean the mainstream hip hop. And so it's kind of hard, like they're in a different space. But more recently, right now, they seem to be playing more of the direct, like being a direct competitor to them. But for the past few years, they really hadn't been. So I like to say that's who they're targeting. So I agree with you. I don't think the African American male or female that is in the age group of most consumers of hip hop are the people that they target. That's not their number one demo, but don't get me wrong. They want that because and I think they kind of believe they're going to get it anyway. Yeah. Because that's the music that's probably number one with the youth that are African American in Phoenix, Arizona, or in the metropolitan area. Gotcha. But I look at the personalities too. And I don't really see to show me the African American male or female who was actually on the air full time.
Yeah.
That's running their own show. Now I know they have somebody helping out with Tino, right? There's somebody who's a co-host.
Actually, I'm not even sure.
Who is the host?
Nobody.
That you see on that station.
Nobody.
And let's look at now. Do they have an African American program in it? Who's the boss there? I don't think
Probably
so.
Not.
Now I do see some that are mixers that come in and also you can look at that like in a radio station. You need to realize that the morning show personality is always going to be the person getting paid the most, 9 times out of 10. Then you have the next highest paid person will probably be that afternoon show. So here that then you probably go from there to the middays and then to the night show. So and that's kind of the order of what they want, the strong listenership. So I'm saying also to tell you that you have to approach a radio station in a way of what you said, Kapo. Like you got to operate like a record company, right? But I want to remind people that the first duty of a radio station is to serve the community, because you're given a license to operate that from the federal government. So that's why sometimes you'll be listening to the radio station and Amber Alert comes through, or all of a sudden you hear the little ring and it's a weather condition that's going on. That's because their first duty is to serve people. So in addition to that, my point is that blacks live here. Blacks are in hip hop here. And, beyond the fact that you play a record once or twice, or that, you let this mixer mix it one time or two times, what artist has broke from Arizona? I'm just asking. And that's black, white. Now I see some, but I see some that have made it. Of course,
they gotta go. They gotta get out of here.
We had a CC Peniston. We had a.
They don't even. Nobody. I didn't even know about her until you told me.
Yeah, but and what's love to CC? I got a lot
she's
of love
dope
for her.
as hell. But nobody.
But did the radio station have anything to do with those two?
Nah, and they don't even fuck with Jordan Sparks to this day. Really. No, she don't fuck with them either. But
And then I meet dope artists that are here. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying like. I agree. I think that it's very difficult for African American artists to make it from Arizona. But the good news about all of it is that radio is not the main way you're made today.
Nah.
You have an internet that you can reach the people and you can do some things. But it's funny to me. There's certain you've heard the DJ is a cornerstone of hip hop, right? And most DJs are in clubs. I've been to multiple clubs there, even the ones that you've talked about. I've been to international before, but when I've gone in there, I haven't heard one local record played, right? And I've gone to a lot of the strip clubs here, not one. Except, no, don't get me wrong. I've heard DJ Rick James play it, so I want to give him his credit. Yeah. But full rotations, solid every day in a lot of spots in the places where people will need to use and consume the music.
Really consume it, yeah.
I don't see it happening. And I asked you earlier off air about, are there a lot of African American DJs? Because I'm not out there seeing a lot. I'm not seeing a gang load of that going on here, but what's the reason for that? Are they not hiring black DJs at these clubs?
No, probably not. International, yeah. Mint, I think.
This could not be Louisiana. I'm gonna tell you this. It's funny you talked about Louisiana earlier.
Couldn't be Miami, couldn't be Atlanta, couldn't be Charlotte.
But that's what makes it so difficult. I want to touch that for a minute so people don't get to feeling offended. But if you feel offended, that's something about yourself. I got to be honest with you. But the reality is that Phoenix is very much like the population of the country. You got to think, it's 12% black here, if you look at it, and then the country's 12% black. But the difference is of the 12% of the country, when you go to places like Louisiana, Georgia, Mississippi, those are big pockets of African American population. So you have cities like Baton Rouge and New Orleans that are predominantly black. So you can't get away not having a station that's aiming directly at that African American community. And there, don't get me wrong, it's still hard for artists to get play there. But if you operate like a record company, what is operating like a record company? You package your stuff up right. Realize that you can't just go to one radio station. That nobody wants to be the only person playing a record. So if you come to me, when I used to run a radio station in Baton Rouge, I would play just about anybody's shit, but the stuff I would tell them, I'm gonna give you about 4 to 6 weeks. But if I look up and I look on the charts and I don't see you playing at other radio stations, I'm pulling your shit. And I'm telling you, and I'm not no Billy Badass, but I've done my fair share of having to fight artists in the parking lot, whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's that type of pressure that was applied. Because people, this is the way people feed themselves. How much money have you spent in your career, bro? I'm sure.
On it?
I mean,
Total.
can you think about it? Is it over 50 grand? Is it over
I was about
100?
to say it's probably 50K plus.
That's a lot of money. I mean, that's a real
Yeah.
commitment that you put into it.
Yeah.
And so there's a certain amount of respect that needs to be given on the other side to say, hey, you know what? This is what you need to do, Capo. I might not like your record. This might not be the one, but if you do X, Y, Z, then I'm here to support you.
Yeah.
But when you're not getting that, that's a problem. And I know there's going to be some DJs that are probably going to respond to what we're talking about, but bro, I'm saying just because you play a record once a week, you know, that ain't no fucking support.
Yeah. But you gave them that shot though. And even I'll put it in this perspective. Miami is mostly Latin. A lot of time you go to a place in Miami, everybody speaks Spanish. You get in the Uber, person don't even speak English.
Right.
But you hear the radio and they put on a hip hop station. It's a hip hop station. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They run black people run the culture down there, or the Haitians, or who's still black. You know what I mean? Like it's just how it goes. It's nothing like how it is here. But it's mostly Latin. It's not Mexican, but it's mostly Latin down there. Like it really is. But
who are the Mexican artists that they're really playing?
Out here?
Nonstop. And that's what I'm getting at. Like, I mean,
no, yeah, you're right. It's not even that. It's like even the opportunities. But like I said, it's not so much just that. So I don't want to focus too much even on the radio. We could kind of leave that part alone. It's like even the people who have done something, like take somebody like Mitch, who produced I Don't Give a Fuck for YG.
Right.
Nobody out here would champion him or give him any recognition. That's why the fuck we got out of here. Like, and I'm like, yo,
nobody talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm to the point where like I'll get out of here too, but I'd rather try and see if we can make some shake. You know what I'm saying? They like, man, we ain't fucking with that shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I totally understand. Like that video, I think got over 50 million views on there, featuring Will Clay, also from the south side of Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Like
they produce some of YG best shit.
Man.
Yeah, nobody talking about.
Can't get a happy birthday.
I had to find out about him through a little bitch like that ain't in the scene at all.
Man, it's bro. It's fucked up. Like anywhere else, if there's from anywhere else, niggas would be, you know what I mean, celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? Arizona is like
recognized for sure.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get them niggas.
But I think it's because Arizona going through what he said New Orleans was in the 90s. Everybody in the beginning started. Everybody getting it out their trunk right now. So a lot of hate and animosity gonna go. Man, come on, bro. This is my real estate.
Yeah.
Like so, like there's a lot of self hate.
Yeah. What'd you see coming up? Like in New Orleans, you saw labels that were successful.
Yeah.
You saw how they really ran.
Yeah.
And I don't know that the blueprint has been seen up close and personal here, but like when you go to in Louisiana, I saw people who really were living off of rap music. Now, don't get me wrong. There's somebody living here off rap music. There's more than a few. I mean, I can look at Futuristic. And much love to him. He's living.
Nah, he got rich off of this
but
shit.
See, that's a problem I have though too, is that somebody that big,
no love here. Yeah, they not fucking with him. Yeah.
And he's, and Lord, don't take this the wrong way, Futuristic, if you're listening to this. I mean, I talked about it last time I was here, but you got a whole different situation here. See, like Arizona, like in Louisiana, I noticed you saw something. I know you saw like people who look just like you.
Yeah, that was part of this shit.
But we got
Capo fault.
There's a whole different thing here. Like you have a lot of mixed children here, right?
My children.
And my barber used to call them new niggas, but
I got a couple.
It was coming. That was coming, and I got real. But long story short, I'm just saying that even him, who you see that I think that a lot of times I see a friendliness towards people who tend to be more light skinned in Arizona. I see that in my everyday approach.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just saying they're not even supporting that shit. And so that's scary to me because I mean, what are the indication side? He has more followers. He has more views on his records than at least 30 to 40% of the new artists that I see that are signed to record labels, major labels. So why aren't you playing his stuff here? Because people here are consuming it.
Yeah. And that would actually
go to YouTube and pull up his numbers. I'm saying get the back end numbers and look at where his support's coming from. Arizona is one of his strongholds. Believe that.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, but he's not getting full rotation play.
Or he'd be a mega star.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
But then again, at the same time, I don't know that he's really caring because he's not. I don't.
Yeah.
Know
He don't. Really you got the money. Right. Fuck it. What? Nigga, I'm done with you niggas.
Right. but you know what's funny to me? The people who are making the most money in music, they got radio play.
Yeah.
If you really want to break it down. I mean, NBA YoungBoy is a cat who is getting what 52 million streams a week. But he's
That's
also
crazy.
being played
doing like
across the
90,000 in
country.
30 minutes.
Yeah, he's playing across the country on radio. I mean, are they playing a Drake record here?
I think they always playing Drake. Drake don't never.
Whether or not they get service the record or not, they're going to play a Drake record.
Yeah,
that's my point. I mean, so you need it. It's like it's a symbiotic relationship between the artist and the radio station.
Yeah,
and it has to be nurtured and cared for. And I just and just the community. I mean, the whole entertainment business that you're talking about, whether from clubs. I mean, I'd like to see more people take the initiative that you've taken, and you started your own media outlet. And so like, this is a station that to me, I look at this very much as a radio station.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I jock it. I look at it. I'm looking for new stuff all the time. And really, if more people would jump on the board and start creating things like this, you'll have that voice and you'll have that outlet.
Yeah. With time, I think it'll happen.
Yeah, it's definitely. But I mean, hey man, I commend you for what you did.
Yeah, nah, man. Thank you, man. But I just wanted to talk about that. We can lead that so we can chop it with Kapo. I just wanted to clear it up, because I didn't mean nothing as far. Like I said, I grew up in Maryville.
Nah,
so.
you still was right.
You were right.
I'm damn near half
You
Mexican.
gotta say sorry. You were right.
You still was very right.
I don't think you did anything. You didn't say something bad about the Hispanic community.
Yeah.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, no,
You
not
just
at
spoke
all.
about what
Like,
was real.
yeah, I feel like I'm damn half Hispanic. I grew up in Maryville. You know what I mean? I grew up really all around this
I
shit.
think if Hispanics were in Baton Rouge or New Orleans and listening to music, they probably would say that they're not getting their hip hop played out there.
Yeah, but my best.
I'm sure they probably say that.
Yeah, my best example was truly of like niggas in Atlanta. If they got their little small pocket, if it's a small pocket of Hispanic people, they still gonna run the salsa scene or the whatever scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if it's 5% of them. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see niggas running the radio station, running the clubs, running the. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna happen.
You're
the
right
gatekeepers,
you are
like
right about that.
like this is the gatekeeper, Tyrone. Fuck out of here, Tyrone. You know what I mean? I'll slap this Tyrone. Get the fuck out of here.
I just hope they take the stronger part of your message away from it, and they just realize that it's time for us to link up.
Yeah.
Instead of them trying to look at all the other shit and try to make it into a bigger story than what it is,
Yeah.
I hope they take the overall message and realize it is time to link up. Niggas really can't wear Jordans to the club. And it's really suggested that we leave that bitch early because we the first ones to get pulled over when we leaving that motherfucker.
Yeah.
We could be driving straight and they still gonna accuse us of a driving reckless or give us some type of DUI charge.
Yeah.
I know because I witnessed it.
Right.
They'll pepper spray you with no hesitation. So I hope people still listen to your message and realize it's still time to link up.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Let's support the outlets that are supporting you.
Yeah.
That's the real of it. I mean, this is one of the places that is playing, that is giving a spotlight to new artists and to the whole.
Yeah, we got to get a
culture.
DJ. It's time to get the music back cracking. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's real. It's very real.
Yeah, you did. We got space back there to put a DJ.
I wish you could start a radio station here. You can flip one on, man.
Yeah,
I told him he could do it.
Yeah, he could do it.
I told him,
flip it.
It's your lane.
All right, man. Kapo Bravado, man.
You did.
What's been good with you, man? So you was last on here. You spit a freestyle. Man, what's been good with you, man? Talk to us about your last project, Gentilly Terrace.
Last project I dropped, it's called Gentilly Terrace. I named it after my elementary school because I felt like I was taking it back to the basics, basically, and presenting myself like unlike I've ever did because I never taken projects serious. They always been mixtapes, kind of, and like this is the first thing I consider like an album. And the only reason I consider is because the feedback I got and people telling me it's their favorite album. And I'm like, oh, it's an album? All right. We're going to run with that. It's an album. But it's called Gentilly Terrace because it shows the ups and downs. Like, it's I'm very sporadic. So one day I got rapidy raps. The next day I got singing. Or next day I'm on some trap shit. So I just wanted to give all that because that's what Gentilly is. I took you to Gentilly. We rode around there. You got to see, like, it's calm. But Soda Slim just died around the corner, right in front of his mama house. You hear me? So I just wanted to show like that's how it is because I'm very calm, but it could get gangster if it's time to get gangster. So that's all the album about, really. My stories, true stories.
Was the On My Drake on Gentilly Terrace?
Nah, it came out right before though. It was a video that
So
was
that was like
right
the
before.
setup.
Yeah.
So you heated their ass up with.
Oh man, the On My Drake
Tweezy,
song.
This nigga lost his motherfucking girlfriend off of the music video, but the shit was so hot. Bitch was so bad. I wouldn't have been too mad about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she said.
Tell us what happened. Tell the people what happened, man.
So I got this video called OMD. That stands for On My Drake. Just cause I sampled him. The Can I Take You Home? What kind of way you stayed? Who you live on? I made that a song. Like I made it an actual song.
Oh, that's what's up.
So I called it On My Drake, and the video just had a model in it. And my girl didn't like the model for some reason. She said she said the chemistry was too good, so I must have fucked it. And I didn't fuck. I didn't have no sexual relations with that woman, and yeah, she broke up with me.
Was that the Bill Clinton right there?
Huh?
Was that
that was the
chasing a dream.
Yeah.
Wait, he said I ain't have no sexual relations.
I ain't gonna laugh at it.
Nah.
That's the real part of it.
It's a laughing matter because all I could think because she tried to make me pick between dropping the video or her, and I'm like, my music, my baby. Like
shy moment.
Like I talk back.
This my child. Like I get you, my lady. Like you the mother of my child, but this is my child. Yeah. Like the music. Now I'm dropping this regardless, because it's about to do views, and it did. They got the little 2,000 views in 2 days instantly.
Shy moment.
You did.
That's Arizona double platinum, boy. For a black nigga, that's quadruple platinum.
Dig. So I had to drop it, and it's been serving me well. Like the model killed the video too. Shout out Tatiana. You dig?
Just special. Tweezy, you gotta check this shit out, man.
I definitely got to.
Shout out Vibe Good too. Shout out Vibe Good. He hooked the video up. He plugged me with that video.
Why do I feel like the shit spilled over on the social media or some shit? Like
because it did, man. The guy was. Oh, bro, the girl started talking regulars, and she a little. I don't want to call her Instagram model because she an artist, period.
Yeah.
But she got this Instagram cult following, and she started dissing me on that, and her little 15,000 followers started coming from my head.
I'm dead. You had the beehive.
And then she messaging the girl saying, you fucked him, and the girl hitting her back just to make him mad, saying, "Yep, I did." And I'm like, oh.
She should at least have let you hit after that.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Shy moment.
No.
Shy moment.
That's the shy moment.
No, man. No, I was hot because. Nah, that just turned everything upside down. They got turned up. This girl tiny too, but she started turning up on my big ass. Like she could have got the domestic charge that day.
So. Little ones out here be the craziest. That's what's wild.
Bro, yeah. So, but yeah, the video awesome. On My Drake, go peep it.
Sound like good shit, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Man.
And then what else was the fallout after that video? Like
man, that guy whose shirt you got on, man.
My man, my nigga Vibe Good. You show him some love, man.
Yeah, we got into it, men being men. He wanted to keep the video for his channel.
Yeah.
And
your video.
Yeah, like and that's something we have to work out because I didn't agree. I'm like, hold up.
That's what it means.
I'm not used to that, I'm just not used to it. I see where he coming from now. Mm-hmm. I understand his perspective now, because that's the age we live in where the content is like important for you to hold. It's down there like having royalties or something. Mm-hmm. I get it, so I get why he wanted the video, especially how hard he worked on it. But my logic was, bro, I paid for this, I paid for the model. Like, how would I not keep the content that was created just because we used your camera?
Yeah,
and just because I called you, Like that didn't make sense to me, and I get that he trying to be a curator of content, not kind of like the Cole Bennett's and the Say Cheeses and all them, and I understand that now. That's why I give him videos, but that one I'm like, bro, we just put bread behind this. Mm-hmm. Like then I'm about to put bread into the marketing. How I'm gonna pay for marketing on some chips I ain't gonna get back?
Yeah.
So I was confused for a while, and we kind of got into a little verbal exchange that wasn't. It was a bunch of mad talk. But Vibe Good, he like my brother, so it was never gonna get too crazy.
Right.
But I am happy that happened, because now I know. Because they got apparently like that's something that all these videographers are doing. They all got their own channels and they want your stuff on them. And I just felt like we should have worked out a deal if that was the case. Like, I got plenty of songs you can have.
Gotcha.
You know.
Okay. Do you fuck with any other videographers out here?
Yeah, Matt Johnson was my dude in the beginning. Till we both life just pulled us in separate directions. But I was rocking with Matt Johnson for a while. Like during the whole, I'm the one who got Tory Lanez his weed when they was doing that video. Like,
oh yeah, you told me that. That's a shine moment, actually.
Yeah, you did. Like, yeah, Matt Johnson like introduced me to a group of people, even R. Kelly before it got before it got crazy on R. Kelly part. But
how many videos have you shot out here,
man? Probably 20, if not
20.
more. Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, I work. I work. Yeah.
That's heavy, man.
Dylan Toon also. Dylan Toon, visual shooter. That's my guy. Court Capital.
Shout out to
Court Capital. Yeah. Court Capital did one of my videos that also jumped on YouTube. He made that thing jump. It's on his channel because we agreed to that. Right. No disrespect to my nigga. Yeah. Sam, I love you, bro. You know, we just had
Corey wanted his video back.
Yeah. Like, but Court Capital, a lot of videographers. I try to do business with everybody. That's what my Muslim homie taught me. My homie OD, you know, like
spread the love.
Yeah, he was like, bro, I'm not about to be in the mall and walk into people's stores and not leave out with some type of item. Even if I don't like it, I gotta support just so they could attach my face. Right. They gotta get attached to your dollar first, because a dollar just intrigue people more. And I see that, and I practice that everywhere I go now. So, like, if I'm in your place of business, I'm gonna spend some type of money with you, so you can know I'm about my shit, and I take you serious.
Shine moment,
because money is serious. So I'm gonna give you some of my bread. I'm not expecting it back. Yeah, but it'll be lovely if the respect was reciprocated. Yeah, you know. So, yeah, I spend money with a lot of people. I work with a lot of artists, cameramen, photographers. Suede, one of the best ones that I met. I don't know if you met him, but he'll take some good pictures of you.
Okay, I've heard of him, but being a New Orleans nigga, what do you think about like the state of Arizona hip hop right now? Who are some people you fuck with, don't fuck with?
Only Futuristic. The only rapper I really think is a rapper here. All the rest of us is working towards it. I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, but he just got the accolades I could call accolades. You know, there's no that don't compare to the talent that's out here. I like a lot of people. Like I fuck with Jalopy. I fuck with Markel, like I fuck with a lot of rappers. Like I fuck with my homie Dead Desmond. I fuck with a lot of rappers. They got so many I can't name, and I feel bad for even naming those three. Because now I got 80 more that's about to come out.
Niggas like, oh, this nigga top 3.
you know, and like
they're here.
I know a lot of rappers here, but Futuristic, the only dude that I seen like get it from the mud on some P shit. You know, like get it from the mud and made YouTube his trunk full of CDs, and he got $1 million from it. Yeah, you know, all the rest of us is pimps and training.
Shine moment, man. You keeping it real, man.
I even throw myself in that. I like to consider myself the best here. Like I don't think nobody fuck on me lyrically. Yeah. I think I can make the fuck out of song, but I haven't proved that to the outside world yet. So I'm not the only person I can throw in that is the homie Futuristic. Yeah. And Jordan Sparks.
Yeah, Sean moment. Hey, and you got a motherfucking battle coming up. Wait, before we talk about the win coming up, talk about your last battle versus who you battled, nigga.
I battled Mastermind.
There you go. Yeah.
I battled Mastermind, and that was easy win. Like this next one about to be. I fucked up. He lucky, so the score was 2-1. I wanted to 3-0 him, but the final score was 2-1. And from that, like. I got people from the battle world hitting me up to like do it professionally.
That's crazy.
And so Rum Nitty people about to be at the next one. Yeah, trying to peep. So I'm like, all right, I try to do it all. I got a Spanish song out. You know,
really?
Yeah. It did the most streams I ever got on Spotify ever. First time I ever got a check from music. Was off a Spanish song. That's why I tread lightly on the topics you be talking on, because I guess I kind of appropriate it. Yeah. You know?
I got a $38 check for Pots on Radio Christmas.
Hold up, that's some views, though.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice. I was like, shit, it's money, you know?
Yeah, that's some views, yeah.
Sold a couple, you know?
Let's start.
But yeah, man. No, and talk about the nigga you about to battle, man.
Another dusty person. Head. Yeah, Shrub Head, another character. I'm not really. There's not really much to say about him. Like he trash at rapping. I'm about to beat him.
I love your confidence, man. I love that.
That's about all I know about him. Like, he got like an afro or something, and like a mustache, and like these sideburns. Look like he just started smoking cigarettes, and they just messing up his face.
Like, stressed out look.
You better have the game tight.
I thought he was like 20, but he looked like he about 40. I really don't know what else to say about him. Like, I just know I'm gonna win. I just know. Yeah, and I'm starting to love battle rap. It's crazy because I never thought that'd happen, but I'm starting to love battle rap.
Yeah, so you think you might really jump and really fuck with it as far as you can take it?
If they could give me some shows that they've been talking about getting me, I got to. Like, why not? You know, I'm trying to be the best rappers.
Is there any notable battle rappers from from NO?
They got one dude in the URL league right now, but I don't know his name.
Yeah,
he ain't done enough.
Gotcha.
Nah, not that I know of, because I don't want to disrespect nobody. But not that I know of. I'll probably eat them though. Okay. They could get 8-2 in the city.
Man, when you going back to New Orleans, when you go back home to work on the Philly Terrace video?
We trying to set that up now. We got to find the right second line, because that's what like the visual I got in mind is straight New Orleans, and certain things got to be set in stone. You know, you like my brother was telling you, you know, we got some politics that we got to do to make sure like this is to make sure this is a successful, safe video. Yeah. And I really would love to get this second line in there, and it's gonna be one of the biggest second lines that happen in the city. So I'm trying to make sure we can film some of that first, and hopefully get some type of parade. We was thinking about getting a parade permit and throwing our own.
Really?
Yeah. And I like how you handle business. And actually, I want to ask you this since we got Tweezy here. What do you think about like Master P and coming up watching Master P being a kid from New Orleans?
I feel about Master P the same way I feel about Birdman. You know, I hate to compare them, but
it's real.
But those like the godfathers of that city. That's when people ask you about New Orleans, like of course they're gonna say Lil Wayne, but the next following people they ask you about either P or Stunner, you know. And I just Master P. I remember a lot of stuff. I had the Master P dog.
You had the dog.
When you pressed on his hand, if I make him say da.
Were you part of the No Limit clothing wave back then?
Yeah, I had the True jerseys and all. I used to write True on my arm. Like I used to tat it on me. Yeah. I used to write True on my arm. Free C Murder, by the way.
Definitely, man.
Free C Murder. But yeah, like that. Like that's just the backbone of New Orleans. Period. And New Orleans wouldn't have no voice if it wasn't for P. You heard me? Like especially and P. I like P because he give me the freedom to do what the fuck I want. That's what I like about P. Like,
what you mean by that exactly?
Coming up in New Orleans, you think you're only supposed to rap. You only think you're supposed to be so the slum.
Yeah,
right.
You don't really think nothing else. You know, nah. If it wasn't for P, I wouldn't want to make movies.
Yeah.
But I saw I got the hookup. You know, I saw I got the hookup. I saw plenty other movies dudes, and then I saw him play with the fucking Raptors.
Right.
Then I seen him play with the. I'm like, oh, I could do. I could have 6 jobs.
Yeah.
I could have 6 jobs and I could get it all out my trunk. Right. It could all start with 10 racks.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
I mean, you think about where he comes from in New Orleans. Like that's the part to me that you haven't seen that and been a part.
I took them around there, but they're nice buildings now.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, we did. I didn't know if we went by the Calio.
It's changed a lot.
Yeah, you know, but yeah, like seeing somebody get out their trunk like that.
Tweezy, you got any questions?
Well, I mean, I guess the question I would have for you, Capo, is like, what is it? What do you think is the biggest thing hindering you from like becoming that big household name at this point?
I need $1 million first and foremost. I need and not really. I say that metaphorically just because it sounds like a big number, because it don't even sound like a big number to me. But it's all about what I put into myself.
Gotcha.
I could create as much content as anybody, and I've been in a room with signed niggas, off niggas, and I know I can make more songs than anybody. I come from making 6 songs a day, and that's And I fuck around, take an Adderall and do 10 songs. You know, like, so it's really about what I put into myself and what I manifest. It might not be money, but I know there's a part of me that I'm not taking serious enough that I need to crack. But I'm at this Rubik's Cube all day. I'm trying to figure it out, but I think the answer is money. Like, I think putting money into some marketing and some ad space and throwing myself in front of faces on my own, because the internet making it to where you could buy anything you want. You could buy a billboard, you could buy a commercial, you could put a commercial out yourself if you really wanted to. You know, I could buy a top page to Apple Music if I really wanted to. I don't know if that's giving out too much code or speaking on too much.
How many records do you do a day right now?
Probably 6.
You do it 6 a day. You're recording every day.
Easy.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, like that's what we had that discussion in New Orleans. Like,
are you mixing and mastering your music too? Are you doing?
I mix it.
You mix it.
I mix it. I like paying for my stuff to get mastered just because I like spending money to know it's getting done right.
Right.
I don't want to be no test dummy. I don't want to waste my time being a test dummy on my own music when I know how I want the sound. All right, cool. Can you make this crispier?
Right.
Can you make it 10 times crispier? But yeah, I record all day. Like, as soon as I got my first $10,000, first thing I did was build a studio.
Wow. So you got your own spot.
Yeah.
Loving it, man.
So as soon as I got my first 10,000, like my homie gave me the last 2,500 because I didn't have it yet. Shout out my homie Mondo. Yeah, shout out my homie Mondo. He gave me the last 2,500 because I didn't have it, but I went to Guitar Center and cut up, and I ain't stopped recording since.
Where do you want it to take you? Where do you want this game to take you?
I want to be the best. Like I want that important to the world, not just to my family. I know it would devastate my family if I left, but I want all these motherfuckers sad when I leave. Like, I won't be looking from heaven weak. Like, look at y'all sad asses. I left my mark, and I want to change lives. You know, that's what it's all about. I want to change lives. I want to be able to. I think there's people I could touch and show them the way too once I find it out.
Right.
But I want to be the best. Like, I want people to put me up there with Jay-Z and Big L, MF Doom, all them rappers. Like, I want to be a rapper, period.
Love it, man. Where can I find your music? Where can I find it right now?
Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon Play. You could probably ask Alexa.
What are your social media handles?
OTG_Kapo on Twitter. Kapo with a K, by the way. OTG_Kapo, and on Instagram, OutOfTown_Kapo. And you could just Google Kapo Bravado.
Okay.
And it's gonna pop up. It's gonna say I'm a musical artist because I am. Like,
I guess just one question for people. I think I have an idea, but what does your name mean? What does Kapo? What does the whole Kapo Bravado mean?
Oh well, Kapo.
What does it mean to you?
Kapo, my government name.
Okay.
But
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bravado, I added that just because I've always been most of my life I was a follower and I was insecure of a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But once I discovered myself, the swag I think I got, the confidence I got, it can't be touched. And nobody can really alter my thoughts. I'm not stuck in my ways. I'm open-minded, but you really can't alter my train of thought. And it's because I'm quote unquote arrogant, you know. A lot of people say that. I don't care though. You're just mad.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, a lot of people say I'm arrogant, and that's what the bravado mean. But Kapo Bravado in general just means somebody that's trying to be the best. And they're gonna show you.
I like that, bro. I'm glad to hear you say it, bro. You sound confident.
I appreciate you talking to me, Tweezy.
A lot of people don't understand. Like, there's a certain part of what you just said you got to have, in my opinion, if you're gonna make it. If you don't believe in you 100%, if I didn't hear you tell me when I asked you earlier that you want to be the best, I would probably leave this building right now thinking, this doesn't think I'm gonna make it. Because you gotta have that type of want, because what else is gonna make you spend 10 grand? You know how hard 10 grand is to get? I don't care if people say make it sound, these rap records make it sound real easy, but 10 grand, that's serious money. And when I'm saying when you're getting up 6 songs a day, I mean, and you having to work and pay bills, like, I think sometimes people forget how hard that is. And then if you've never been an artist, you know, you gotta get it back, you gotta get a computer, you got to turn around and call someone to get a beat, and everybody's out here with like this. They want their money.
Yeah, everybody wants their money.
So, and then you and it could be sometimes people you can whip their ass and take their shit. But I'm just saying, but you gotta
can't
have
do that to everybody.
But I'm just saying it's that type of feel. Like, so it's a lot of work that goes into it. So I can appreciate it, and I always say this, like I got a special love for artists because this rap game is mean. It's not an easy game, man.
It's
so
vicious.
To hear you say what you said, and I'm not saying to kiss no ass, I'm just saying it to you real, bro. Like, I really respect that because you stay on the path you're on. But I really think it's about you gotta work hard. That's one thing people say they want to be in the game. But if I could do anything, I'd love to take you around, Pete, just to watch the work ethic. Because once you see it, people say they want it. And I've got artists signed. I brought people there. But when it gets time to work, it's a whole different game because it'll end up being that somebody who's already living the life that a lot of them want to live, has done more work than them at this point when he comes in, because he's going to come out of the studio every day and I got one record done. One. And you got a producer in here? Two records. And then P will come in and knock out 8. Right there on the spot. And it might be, okay, I'm laying a hook, I'm laying a verse, and boom, I'm going to come back to it. But it might be, if he feels it, he's finishing it. You know what I'm saying? So my only point is that there's a real workload. And if you trust me, the ones who are doing it, the Chris Brown, if you've never been in the studio around them, they're working every day. If they're putting 5, how many songs do you need to do? Maybe you need to do 10. Maybe, and it's like, and you can't really fall in love with your music, in my opinion. It's like, don't get me wrong, love what you do, record it, keep moving. Next, if you can. And that's what I hear you saying you're doing, bro. So I really look forward to leaving here because I'd be lying to you to say that I've listened to it. I haven't, but you just made me, I'm going to be honest with you. You made me want to go sit and listen to all your music.
Let me know what you think about it.
You're about to hear from me today.
Even if it's garbage, tell me, hey, brother, you need to quit.
Nothing's garbage, but I'm going to go back and listen, and I'm going to listen when I leave here. Trust me. In the next few days, you'll hear from me. I want to hear what you're doing because you've made me interested. In
all I do is work. I'm not lying about it because me being where I'm from, I already got the ghosts of other people that's chasing me. I already got to deal with the ghosts of P, Birdman, and Wayne. I gotta beat them, and I already got dreadlocks, and I gotta beat all them comparisons. I gotta show I'm different. I'm already fully from New Orleans. Like I know the world. I know the world. I got a dose of that, so now I really gotta show I'm different. So every day I'm proving to myself and the rest of the fucking world that I'm an artist myself.
You carry the pain of Arizona too, man.
I love Arizona. I love it. Rest in peace, Pat Tillman. I love Arizona.
That's real. You got it going on, man. And the questions I was finna ask, Tweezy asked.
No, I didn't mean. I'm sorry.
No, you good. No, that shit was perfect, man. I appreciate you. I ain't got no money for you or nothing.
I hope to be the one of the first voices of the Southwest. I hope I can say that. That was another goal of mine that I just came up with.
I'm behind you 100%. Yeah. We about to make a couple records of Diddy.
I definitely want to get you on one of my records I'm putting out.
I'm ready.
So I definitely want you on.
It'll be done that day. I get my features done within the 24 hours that people have.
Definitely want to sit and vibe with you, man, and see how it gets down.
Ready, Tweezy.
Like I said, being that you are from where you're from, we're here. This probably should have happened a long time ago, but definitely want to sit down and see exactly. Any way I can help you, bro. No,
it always happens just how it's supposed to. But yeah, man, we about to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Give me any shout outs you want. Tweezy, appreciate you.
Yeah, can we give a shout out real quick to Breakout Music? I want to shout out to them. Keep your eyes open for them. I want to shout out my boy Bougie. Much love, man. Hold your head up. He's down.
Shout out Bougie, man.
So much love to you. Swerve, got love for you too. And everybody who got a family member a lot. I got love for you who lost somebody. And shouts, rest in peace to my boy Nipsey. That's been a real tough one for me to deal with. I knew him pretty well. So much love to him and everybody in Arizona, man. Hey, I got love for you, especially all the brothers in rap. I got love for you, all the blacks in rap, and also all the Hispanics and all the whites around. I got love for you too. But right now in this show, I want you to focus. I'm gonna say, my people, anything I can do to help you. Yeah. If I got anything, you just reach out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here.
Kapo Bravado,
Arizona. I love you. That's all I can really say. And if you think you got something in your trunk, go ahead and DM me back. New Orleans, I love you. Y'all already know that. First, second, and third. Shout out Louisiana. But Phoenix, AZ, I appreciate y'all letting a nigga rock because it's always love, man. Always.
Yo, man, it's Pod Sun Radio. It's been another wonderful episode. It's episode 90. We about to get the hell out of here, man. We still kind of tired from the wonderful weekend.
Oh, man. We were working,
bro. Once again to everybody, you know what I mean?
I'm jealous. I wish I got back home with y'all
right away.